Silent Night, Holy Night. That is one of the first hymns that I teach in my program of piano instruction. I've started the Dave Hawkins School of Music, and it's hymn playing by ear with a classical foundation. You can also play pop songs in addition to hymns by ear or by notes, but I emphasize the classical foundation, and I'll explain what that means. If you don't know how to read notes at all, I start you off on John Thompson's kindergarten book, which is Teaching Little Fingers to Play. And you learn note reading by stepping and skipping, which is really valuable. Use it your whole life. And then once you get sort of proficient with note reading, I teach you your first hymn, which is Silent Night. And the first version of Silent Night that I teach is Silent Night Level 1. And I'm going to teach you that in this lesson, okay? And it involves playing the melody in the right hand with one finger, and then the left hand with three-note chords. And there's only three-note chords, so it's very simple. It looks complicated on the page, but it's really not. You'll see as we get going here. Then if you now I'm doing this for free. Level 1 you get for free, okay? But then if you subscribe, you get level 2, which is bass notes added to the chords, and then there's level 3, which adds arpeggios and counterbass and a neat little ending. And then level 4 introduces 3rd, 6th harmony in the right. Level 5 is full congregational hymn accompaniment style. And so that's what we're going to do. So first off, we're going to dive into Silent Night Level 1. And the first thing you're going to learn is the melody in the right hand. Now we're going to play it in the key of C. Some hymn books have it in C, some hymn books have it in B flat. You don't really need the hymn book, though. You can just watch the video and find the notes that way. So that's what we're going to do right now, okay? So the song starts on G in the key of C, and the key of C, the scale is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Starts on middle C, which is near the middle of the piano, and it's right to the left of the 2 black notes in the middle of the piano, okay? Middle C, remember that. That's a super important anchor point, okay? Where middle C is. That's middle C. Here's high C. Now, Silent Night starts on G, which is a 5th above middle C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 5th, okay? While we're at it, a 4th is F. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? And a 2nd is 1, 2. Those are important, but not for right now. For right now, we're just going to use the 5th up from C, and that's our starting point, okay? So the first phrase is G, A, G, E. Or said a different way, it's G, step up to A, step down to G, and then skip down to E, okay? We step and skip. So G, step, step, skip. And then that pattern repeats again. G, A, G, E. Then the next phrase does a really big jump, a flying leap up to D. And it's high D above high C. Remember, middle C, high D right above high C, down to B, which is a skip, and then back up to C, which is a step, then back to G, which is a skip and a step, C, skip, step. Or you could say it's a 4th down from C. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a 4th up from middle C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or a 4th down from high C. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyway, it goes. Okay, now we're on to Round Yon Virgin. Okay, again, it's G. Oh, sorry. A, C, B, A, G, A, G, E. Now that repeats again. Holy Infant, so tender and mild. A, C, B, A, G, A, G, E. Okay? Final line of the song goes way up to high D again, which is above high C, middle C, high D. So then it goes, sleep in heavenly peace. Okay, that is D, D, F, D, B, C, E. Now, if we say it in steps and skips, it's D, D, skip, 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 step, skip. Okay? See how that works? You can either say the note names or the stepping and the skipping. Now, the very last phrase is, so it's high C, there's middle C, there's high C, and it jumps down to G, which is a fourth below, or a skip and a step below. C, G, skip to E, skip back up to G, step down to F, skip to D, step to C, and you're done. There's the whole melody, okay? Now I'll play it fast for you. Whoops. And playing it fast like that sort of gives you a feel for how you can do the fingering too, which is important. You really don't want to have to do finger gymnastics. You want your fingers to kind of flow. So what fingers you pick is kind of important. You can experiment with that. So that's the melody. The first thing you should do is learn that melody really, really well, where you can play it almost as fast as I just did. The next thing you'll learn is the accompaniment, which is just chords, and you'll get the sheet music for this, but there are only 3 chords in this song. There's the C chord, which is E, G, C. Now we can find that from middle C. Remember, middle C is the 2 black notes, middle keyboard. Just to the left of that is C, and then we go down a fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's G, and then we skip down to E. So C, G, E. That's the C chord we're going to use. You could do other C chords, but we're not going to for this song. We're just going to use this C chord, okay? Then the very next chord is an F chord, which also starts on C, but you do 2 skips. Skip down to A and then skip down to F. Okay? This is all with the left hand, by the way, okay? So there's your F, and now a good exercise is to go back and forth between C, the C chord, and the F chord. C chord, F chord, C chord, F chord, C chord, F chord, back and forth. You want to get real fluid with that. Now you don't want to play it real loud like this. You just want to play it soft. Left hand should be subdued. Now one more chord and we're done. We can put it all together, okay? This is the C. What we're going to do next is leave our middle finger on G. G is right, here's the group of 3, and it's just on the left of, right in there, okay? G, or you can find it by C, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's your G. Okay, you're going to keep the G for the G7th chord, and you're going to move your pinky up to here, to the F, and your thumb down to the B. So you're going to take your outer 2 fingers and move them inward. That's what you're really doing for this chord. And then do the same exercise, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. C, G7, C, G7, C. Okay, practice that over and over again by itself until you can get it very smooth, very subdued. And then we'll put the whole thing together. Here we go. That's level 1. The only thing I have not taught you yet is the pedal. And the rule for the pedal is always hold the pedal down. It's the rightmost pedal. Just hold it down at all times unless you're changing chords. So when you're doing this exercise back and forth, you can go C, F, C, and what your foot is doing is it's going up, down, 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 up, down. So the pedal stays down unless you're changing chords, and then it goes up, down, okay? That's level 1, and then I'll just give you a sampling of the other levels to finish out this lesson. And you may want to subscribe and get the details of how to learn those too. So that was level 1. Now level 2 does the same thing, except it has bass notes with the chords. And I'll skip ahead here. See how that goes? The left hand is going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's level 2. Now level 3 has counter bass and arpeggios and a neat ending. There's counter bass. Now, here's an arpeggio. Okay, and then the very ending has a 1-chord arpeggiated ending. Okay, now level 4 introduces 3rd, 6th harmony in the right hand. Okay, and then the very ending is a 1-5 arpeggiated ending. Last but not least is the level 5 congregational hymn playing style with full octaves. Now I use full octaves because it's louder, and when you're playing for a congregation you want it to sound louder because the people are singing and they overpower the piano, so you need the piano to be heard. So here's how that goes. Okay, there you go. Silent Night, your first hymn. I think it's the easiest one to start with. I would encourage you to try to learn that level 1. And then if you can, subscribe and you can learn the other levels. Piano playing is simpler than you think if you have the right tools.